Hello beautiful people, I'm just after my cacao ceremony and today I'm feeling a bit sensitive, which means that I can easily connect to my feelings and my intuition, so it's a perfect time to film this kind of video that I promised to make in my latest vlog about inner work and spirituality and how I do it. And when I was trying to figure out how to do this video, I didn't want to immediately jump into the tutorial of the emotion release technique that I use as an inner work process. So I decided to split it into two videos. So this one will be a little bit of an intro and kind of a little introduction about my spiritual path. To begin with, from my early childhood, I felt a bit different already, questioning and asking mom the strangest questions like, why am I in my body? Why am I not in yours? So where did I come from? And where will we go after? And why did we come here? And I don't remember really what she told me, but I was very lucky because she was quite the same. And so my path was at least this easier, that I had a mother that always understood me. So it was all good and all happy until I reached my teenage years, when I suddenly started to feel anxiety and fears, sort of coming out of nowhere. People asked me, like, what happened? Did someone hurt you? Or someone said something bad, but nothing happened. Now, after a lot of years, I can see that I was not a child anymore, so all the lessons that my soul chose to learn in this life started to come, and all my karma and all ancestral patterns that I decided to explore in this life started to unfold. Well, at least now I give this explanation to myself looking back. But then I didn't have any answers and I felt so lost, and I just felt stuck and tired most of the time, and for some reason sad. And yeah, so I started my exploration when I was 13, I guess. I visited so much different specialists like psychologists, psychiatrists, all kinds of therapies that I could find in our little town. But no one gave me the answers, and I felt that no, drawing pictures and answering test questions doesn't help me at all. And they also suggested me to have medicine, but even then I knew it's not the case. So then various books started to come to me, like The Power of Your Consciousness and Carlos Castaneda. So for the first time, I finally got some information about what's beyond, because I always felt there's something more. There's really something more. I felt this presence of some kind of higher mind and spirits and everything. So finally this was something, and this made me little by little feel that I'm not going crazy, but on the contrary, I'm going back to being real, from craziness that our world has, almost like a sickness, forgetting who we are and why we came here. It was time for me to come back. And then a very big thing happened. I don't even know how, but one very powerful bioenergetic came to do seminars in our town, little town, but he decided for some reason to come to us. And then it cracked the nutshell. He helped to move everything so much faster, because he explained to us the consistency of world, that it's all energy, that energy is everywhere, in our thoughts, in our emotions, in our decisions, in our body, that everything is energy just vibrating in a more higher or slower frequency. So if the frequency is kind of slow, then it manifests in material and solid things, like rocks, books, bodies, and everything. Yeah, and our thoughts are just not that solid energy, but it's still the same source. And he even showed us that all the limits and even physical laws that we think it's not even questionable, he showed us that it is relative, and that if we believe something, we can do. If we believe that we can affect a metal and just spin it around, then it's possible. We can do it. If we believe that fire does not hurt you, then it will not hurt you. If you believe that your body can suddenly become so stiff like a wooden board, then you can be just laying anywhere like a board. Yeah. So this was a moment that my mind really opened, and it was like, oh my God, I knew it. But then I saw that there is even more than I ever thought there is. Yeah. So little by little, all kinds of different teachers and teachings, books and ideologies came to my life. And now I understand that I was just looking and searching for God in everything, for this highest energy, highest creator. And I really found it in a lot of things. That's why I don't choose religions for myself. I don't say that I belong to any religion. I just take from it what feels for me real, divine. And what's interesting, that if you take those divine parts from all religions, you can feel that they are almost the same. Either you take Christianity or Buddhism or something else, I feel they're the same spark, If you don't go to details and all kinds of rituals, how you need to dress, what you need to do, if you go beyond, just straight to the essence, you just feel the consciousness, you feel nature, you feel power, you feel energy. So to share what kind of ideologies are now in our life. So there is a mixture of Hinduism, shamanism, paganism, or this kind of Nordic Viking thing. Then there is a little bit of tantric things, Wim Hof technique, just simple yoga, and emotional release technique, the Sedona method, which I will be covering more in other video. I will give you a short tutorial of how to really experience that. We will have a real short session. So, because just talking about it, you wouldn't understand anything, because it is a thing that you need to feel and experience. Yeah, so When I was, I think, 19 or 20 years old, I went to India for the first time, and it was almost out of nowhere because my husband first went to India, and we met a very, very amazing teacher, which we have a connection still with him up until this year, and with his followers, a group of followers. And he helped us to feel this divine energy maybe the most in our lives, not from books, not from teachings, but from real experiences. From him, I understood that the real truth and the real explanations of everything is inside, because all teachings and all kind of material things, they are already filtered through human mind, and then it becomes relative. I mean, it can be like 5 people trying to describe elephant from all different angles, It can seem very different, but anyway, it's the same elephant. So I learned that I need to trust my own experience, and that it is the same worthy as everyone else's, and maybe even the only guidance that we can really trust in these times of so many teachers. I think it's really, really important to just turn back to our inner guides. I really love mantras, and I feel what high vibrations it has. And if my mind just feels lost and whatever, just a few minutes of contemplating with mantras or to some kind of deities that you really resonate with already lifts my energy so much and helps to connect back to my heart and God. From shamanism, I love the connection with nature. I love cacao, as you saw. It is a very good friend of mine, and I love drums. I love shamanic flutes, Native American flutes, and all this connection, rooting and grounding in your own body and accepting our human nature. That's what I love the most from shamanism, that it doesn't reject any part, either spirit, either body, mind, everything connects in there. What I recently found is that balance is so important, especially for a very busy minds that are maybe always doubting and kind of not sure about the direction, that always seek for confirmation. So I realized that people who really feel good in their lives and who have really accomplished in a spiritual field what they have wanted, they are really committed to their well-being. And I also decided to do that because I was sort of trying to live only out of the flow, out of my heart. But I saw that I can't just feel it all the time, There are days that I don't feel it. So in those days, I need structure. I need my routine. I have so many tools and information, so I just need to use it. So what I very love is to spend time for my body, which was sort of pushed a little bit to the background recently, but now I am taking it all back. So first of all, it's Wim Hof He inspires me so much. Oh my God. He's just the embodiment of real strength and real grounded person and real kind of harmony between all the parts of our essence. So I'm doing his breathing method, then I'm doing cold therapy and also training my mind. So it really helps. And I feel that if I feel anxious or my mind is some kind of too active, I need some really good physical activity. So I do sports, even though if I feel in my everyday life that maybe I'm tired, then it exactly means that I need to do sports. So it really changes my general feeling. And as an addition to sports, I also do yoga to release and to kind of even the energies in all body. Especially I love yin yoga, wow. And then I just do movement therapy. I just let myself kind of turn into the state of no expectations, of no rules, and I just follow my body, the way it wants to move, the way it wants to express itself at the moment. And also I'm working with my life energy that is intimate energy in some parts, but that doesn't mean that it's only about that, you know? It's just moving out your kundalini, helping it to rise, to feed all your organs, to feed all chakras, just through breathing, through special exercising of contracting your muscles, of moving, of just feeling pleasure in touching your hand or smelling a flower. Yeah, that is tantric practices. And I found it very helpful for me to connect with my body more. Emotion release also comes with shivers. Okay, so I see that's a lot of talking. If you let me talk about spirituality, I could talk for hours. It's my most inspiring topic. So if you're interested in anything else, you can ask it in the comments. So thank you very much for watching, and I wish you the best day. And if you want to dive deeper even, so let's meet in my Sedona method emotion release tutorial video or in my Patreon account. I will be very waiting for you there. So thank you again, and bye!